We look at ourselves as a platform to foster sustainability as a way of life.
It's also about fostering social innovation, fostering social entrepreneurship. In the long run, what really matters is this informal kind of mentorship.
So the way to identify social needs is actually to spend a lot of time in the field.
One of the ways in which social innovation is driven is informally.
Every activity has to be socially relevant.
Hi, I'm Abhijit Roy, co-founder and director of Unitas Capital. Unitas Capital is a boutique social investment bank which raises capital for those businesses which make an impact on the life of poor. So innovation to me is any methods, any practices, any products, any services, any model that an entrepreneur or a company or a group of people come together to think about and develop, which ultimately benefits a community. What I mean by that is, say people who are poor don't have access to, say, drinking water facilities, and if the drinking water what they get is contaminated, so if there is a guy or there is a company or an entrepreneur who can come and say, hey, I can give you a good water, clean drink potable water, but the price is very low, it's like, say, 10 liters you get for a rupee. I mean, poor are able to afford that because in effect it helps them in the long run. So there are a lot of businesses like this or innovations like this which ultimately help. We can't just be a provider for arranging capital. What we have understood from the beginning is you have to develop an ecosystem. What I mean by an ecosystem is it's not about there is capital, there are entrepreneurs, capital will flow into the entrepreneurs, but it's also about fostering social innovation, fostering social entrepreneurship, and see how we can play as an institution which has been there with a huge focus on making an impact. So what we have done is we have tied up with very reputed institutions. See, one side we have IFC, which is the International Finance Corporation. They run a program called the Developing Marketplace. In the Developing Marketplace, they identify some entrepreneurs, and we are there to handhold them in terms of building a business plan, in terms of taking them to the markets, connecting them to the entrepreneurs, tell them how to pitch to an entrepreneur, how to get money. Then we have tied up with an organization like IIM Ahmedabad. As you know, in IIM Ahmedabad there is a center called Center for Incubation and Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So they have tied up with us. We have a MOU with them wherein we provide mentorship support because they identify a lot of entrepreneurs and we take them through different stages of funding, tell them what needs to be pitched, what are the right ideas, where you should go, who are the incubators, who are the people who can handle you to the next level. See, the businesses we take up are definitely has some innovation or the other. Now the degree of innovation differs. So let me take the example of a company based out of Bangalore called Janalakshmi Financial Services. What they do is very simple financial work, giving loans to poor people, providing them with insurance product, pension product and saving product. But what is the innovation they have done which others have not done? From day one they have focused on technology so that the delivery can be quick, efficient and also authenticate, so that the poor people feel that they have certain documents or cards and all which other entities don't provide them. So from day one they have come out with a ATM card. So think of a poor flashing an ATM card where his name and photo is there. In the process of capital raising, we have a good team, so which have expertise in technology, in supply chain, in healthcare, in education. So when one company goes into one side of innovation, they may need a guidance from different type of people. So we have access to those type of mentors, we have access to those type of capital providers. To give an example, today the Forus Healthcare is doing only ophthalmology care. Now how do they do diabetic retinopathy? And whether they can be, their machine can be used for some other thing which is not so different, but they are not doing right now. So there they may need other companies to help them. So we connect them to the ecosystem. Then apart from that, we tell them how to go to the market in terms of doing the right type of branding of the product, which type of hospital, because we know the hospital sector very well, which are the hospitals which help them to really get good business, where these hospitals or the promoters are open to the idea of trying something new. So all these things we do in the process of raising capital, so that they think that we are not just a provider or arranger of capital, but also an organization which they can bank on in terms of a strategy, marketing, guidance, etc. Yeah, there are two things I would like to mention here which I found during my course of last 6 years running Unitas Capital very critical. First of all, we say in a social innovation that when we are doing an innovation, we say there is a demand for the product. Yes, there is a demand for the product. Let us say in case of water, what I said earlier. So potable water, drinking water which can be provided to the poor. But if I price it not at 1 rupee but 10 rupees for 10 liters, will they be able to afford? Answer is no. So it's a question of finding the right demand at a certain affordable price. So that price is very critical here. So there may be a lot of demand for products, but are we building the right type of price points for people to afford those products is very critical. Two is, always want us to think that impact cannot be created and sustained in a short manner for long. So if you have to create an impact, you have to think of a long-term game. What I mean by that is your model should be highly scalable, in the sense that if you are thinking of an innovation, think that how it's going to impact huge people. Then only you will be able to really contribute to society in a big way.